Alright, let me make sure the stream is up. Goodness me. This has been one hell of a headache so far. For all the wrong reasons there. Alright, let me... Alright, hang on. Oh, for God's sake, the freaking laptop. Sorry. Alright, cool. Jesus Christ, that was something else. Alright, just gonna do one more thing real quick. And we'll get up and running there. Alright, cool. So yeah, stream's up and the chat is up. Thank goodness. Oh, gee whiz. That was a headache. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the League 2 championship here on the newly named PowerTrain Esports. I'm K1997, your commentator for this race. This time we are racing at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia for the Spanish Grand Prix, which was first introduced into Formula 1 back in the early 1990s, more specifically 1991, and has been home to the Spanish Grand Prix ever since then. The track consists of 2.8 miles and 14 turns, and also got rid of that stupid chicane that's been infecting us throughout the entire time we've been racing here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, so thank goodness for that. It's actually the layout that they used to do back in the 2006 Spanish Grand Prix when they did no chicane the very first time. And it's also another bit that they use also for MotoGP because they don't use that chicane either. But yeah, so this place will have the ideal overtaking spots of basically turn 1 and turn 10, the newly reprofiled turn 10, of course, with the aid of the two DRS zones that lead down the back main straightaway that leads into turn 1, and the back straightaway that leads out of the exit of turn 9 leading into turn number 10. But yeah, this track is quite possibly one of the most difficult in terms of overtaking, so qualifying will probably be essentially important here at Barcelona. Now, also, this is a sprint race, kind of like what we saw from last night in League 1. Same story for this. It will be a sprint format, so we will have 18 minutes of qualifying, as you can see right now currently. And also, we will have 11 laps for the sprint and then 33 for the main race, like we saw yesterday. And this, of course, is the first time that League 2 has been streamed. I know it wasn't streamed last week from Monaco, but we got a decent sized field, 15 cars, not too bad at least. But yeah, everyone seems to be, a couple of drivers are out and about on track at the moment. Hello there, Headmaster and Cody as well. Is crossplay on? And the answer is no. It's just PlayStation only. Headmaster, if that's what you're wondering. But yeah, no, we haven't gone to that aspect yet. But I think we'll just stick to PlayStation, or at least just console oriented at least. Alright, well anyway, we got Cody out on track. He's going to be starting his final lap. His first final lap. We'll actually run on board with the Alfa Romeo driver, give you a proper tour of the racetrack here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. Down the main straightaway opens the DRS, heading up towards the first corner, reaching entry speed of 203 miles an hour, apex speed of about just nearly 100 through turn 1 into turn 2, and then into the uphill section of turn 3. So pretty much gotta hug the inside as much as you possibly can. It's probably the best way to find time around this racetrack. down to 5th gear. Doesn't bother going down to 4th. Interesting there from Cody. He makes his way towards turn 5. And heads the inside. Apex there at turn 5. Gets the nice little rotation at the exit of the core. Through the kink of turn 6 and then into turn 7. Down to 5th gear again. Doesn't bother going to 4th. He kind of seem to go into a gear higher than I've seen most people do, it seems like. Through turn 9, up, down the back, straight away, up towards now turn 10, the newly redesigned turn 10. Of course, that was implemented in 2021. Not in the game, but I'm saying in real life. Through 11, now into 12, and then into now the new turn 13 and 14. Now the final core is more actually of a corner instead of what it was basically just being not so much. Cody goes to the top, 1 minute 12.297. Ashu falls behind him there with a 1 minute 13.8. That's now being by Mr. Ray, who's done a 1 minute 13 flat. For reference from League 1, the times were pretty much set in the mid 1:11s were the top times. Not to call it on myself, but I also got pole position in that. Not by very much, though. It was very close qualifying between myself, Sam, and Sloth. There's the man that commentated last night, Crazy Bill, making his first appearance in racing on this game. It's been a while since I've actually seen Crazy Bill race on this game as well. Or racing F1 gaming, I should say, in general. Making his way through turn 3. Yellow flag, so that's just for the Alpine just getting out of the way. Death Dragon goes to the top, 1 minute 11.8. This Crazy Bill goes purple into the first sector. Yeah, of course, also with this sprint sort of format, there isn't much track rubber being laid out. It's something that Codemasters implemented last game when they implemented the sprint format because it simulates how the sprint weekend normally works. Well, not I'm saying the current one in real life. I'm saying from last year. So basically, what it would be is that you would have one practice session, then you have the qualifying session, but you don't have much track rubber being laid out. So that's why the times are not going to be not particularly quick. But I mean, that's basically what will be the case. But I mean, look, the 1:11 is actually a good time. It's actually what times you kind of need to be, I think, at least for a track like Barcelona, the new Barcelona. Bill, meanwhile, goes second, 1:12 flat. Ashib actually improved on his lap time there with a 1:12, 2.2 pretty much. Gabby, a new driver I've never seen before. He's in 5th with a 12.3. Swally, a driver I have seen before, Swally Jr. more specifically, 1:12.3 at the moment. Moomin Ninja with a 1:12.5. Marksky with a 12.5 as well. Woods, who raced last night in League 1, is in the AlphaTauri for tonight. In League 2, he's currently 9th with a 1:12.7. But yeah, quite a few familiar faces, quite a few new faces on this grid that I've never seen before. English Villain, that I like that name, that's pretty cool. As he makes his way through turn 3. He doesn't have a great deal of battery, I'm noticing. I'm gonna guess he's not really on the most legit lap, if I'm totally honest. Slayer apparently purple to the first sector, coming around turn 5, heading up towards turn 7 in the Haas car. Of course, he is a big Nico Hulkenberg fan. Makes sense why he would be driving in the Haas for tonight. Opens the DRS, heads down towards the back straightaway, the entry to turn 10. Down to second, short shifts up to 3rd gear actually at the exit there. Heads up towards now turn 12. Maybe missed the apex there just a little bit there from Slayer as he makes his way through the fast left-hander, or right-hander, sorry, up turn 13. Now it's to turn 14. Around the final core now, up to the start finish line, will set a 12.6 from the Haas car. Not too bad indeed. As I think Vintage just came across the line there, 1:15 flat. Or Glass, that is a driver I have been familiar with in several occasions. He's currently sitting 15th. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's my bad on that one. My controller died. Yeah, right. Which means I gotta sit a bit out of my bed and pretty much next to my my wheel because my wheel's not far away from my PlayStation. Let's see here. Woods, out and about on the track at the moment, is on outlap as we speak. Ran out on outlap. Vintage looks like he... Did he do another lap there? I think he just did, yeah. With a 1:13.1. Puts himself ahead of English Villain. Orglass does a 23.1. I'm sure that's not really a representable time. So he'll go again. See what he can do. Through turn 2 into turn 3. Well, I imagine he'll improve massively. He's got quite a bit of dirt on that black Mercedes there. As you can see, it's quite filthy on the side of its on the side pods. Well, it's no side pods. It's still the Mercedes with the no side pod concept. Oh yeah, there is something I haven't mentioned yet. This is actually something Bill caught on stream last night. The one area that the drivers will have to keep in mind as well is that notorious bump that's at the pit entry. You take it too fast, yeah, you're gonna probably get sent into the barrier. The Codemasters did say that they fix it. I doubt they did, as if we saw that last night. Andy Liu was the victim of that last night during qualifying. So hopefully no one will be affected by the bump. Let's see here, Origlass coming up towards now the final corner, up towards the start finish line. We'll set a 1:14 flat. 13 quickest overall. Alva's on the intermediate tires. There's a McLaren that goes off the road. That's Mr. Reyna, considering that his teammate's in the pit lane. Bill's going again on another lap. Let's see what he can do. I know he's a pretty quick driver as well, Crazy Bill. As he makes his way through turn 3 up towards turn 4. What will the clock say for Crazy Bill? Clock says he's up by just nearly a 1/10.5 to the first sector. Out of turn 4, heading up towards turn 5. 6th gear, down to 3rd gear, down to 2nd. Oh, that's a bit too much. Yeah, he went a little bit too much on the downshifts. It kind of upset the torque converter. As you saw there, it had a bit of rear locking. So, yeah, you'll have to try again. Yeah, that corner particularly is normally a 3rd, maybe a 4th gear corner at best. Ashton, meanwhile, the Dutchman and the Williams this evening making his way up towards turn 1, down to 4th. Actually, might have. Did he do a lap already? I think he did. Yeah, he just improved by a 10th. I just remember he did a 12.222 a while back. Gabby, meanwhile, making his way down the main straightaway. We'll see what he can do in the Aston Martin as he heads up towards turn 1. Entry speed about 202 miles an hour. Pretty much common for what I've seen so far from everybody in this series. Around turn 2, around turn 3. Pretty much flat out. Hugs the inside apex of turn 3. I remember in last game as well, turn 3, it was very much a tricky area. You couldn't have hugged the inside apex there as much as you possibly could. Because if you did, well, the car would eventually spin on you. I didn't quite catch, unfortunately, what the Aston Martin's time was, but he's... Oh, well, he's definitely not going to improve there. He clobbered all that curve at turn 8. So, yeah, he'll have to try that again. As Bill, he is up by over nearly 2.5 tenths to the middle sector. He's now up by 2.5 tenths to the middle sector, is the Red Bull driver. He doesn't even have a great deal of battery. He must have not saved as much as he could in that particular occasion. As Woods goes to 4th with a 1:12.7. Bill, meanwhile, is up towards the final corner. Heads around that corner now. Up towards the line. What will it be? It'll be pole position for Bill with a 1:11.7. Not a bad lap considering that he didn't have great deal of battery to play with. Dutch Dragon right now is on an outlap. Him and Bill, the only drivers in the 1:11 range as we speak. Swanee Jr. doesn't look like he's on a particularly competitive lap. He's just trying again. Not really too many people on competitive laps in some occasions. I mean, I guess Barcelona is a bit of a tricky track, considering that this is also in sprint conditions, where the track rubber isn't really that much existence. Yeah, I can understand a little bit of that frustration, I guess. Let's see how English Villain does. He does have a great deal of battery now, so let's see how he does here towards the first sector split. Clock says he's up by over 0.4 of a second to the first sector out of turn 4. Heads up towards turn 5. Brings it down to third gear, down to second. Kind of like what his teammate did. Interesting. I never ever see people take second gear through turn 5 at Spain. That's actually kind of new for me, but there you go. It works for him, I guess. Alright, into the fast right-hander of turn 9. 6 geared, opens the DRS. Heads up towards now the middle sector split. The clock says he's up by only 1.3 seconds. I think he lost time, if I'm totally honest, when he went down to second there at turn 5. Yeah, because if you go second gear through that corner, you don't really get a great amount of traction. Out of 13, into 14. To the fast, well, now pretty much a fast right-hander of 14. He'll cross the line instead of 13 flat. He did set a competitive first sector, but yeah, the middle sector wasn't that great. Death Dragon, though, does improve. 111.689. Puts himself into pole position for now. Ahead of Bill by just about less than a tenth of a second. Alba, meanwhile, making his way through turn 3. Of course, he was in the Alfa Romeo last night. Now is in the Mercedes. See what the clock says for him. He's up by just 6 tenths. That's not totally a surprise, considering how much time he found in that. Considering he was on the intermediate tire, as we saw. A little bit of back-end slide there at the exit of turn 5. Up towards turns 6 and 7. Down to 4th gear there. And up and over the crest. Had a bit of a choke there. Down the back straightaway. DRS wide open. Up towards turn 10. Clock says up by 2 seconds. No, it's all a surprise. But he is purple to the middle sector. See if that is legit. Makes his way around turn 12. Now into the fast right-handers of 13 and 14. No need to bother with that stupid chicane, of course. We'll cross the start-finish line very shortly. What will it be from Albo? Third fastest, 111.890. Oh, well, I mean, I was over by my wheel, Jonesy. That's why, I mean, from where I'm sitting, I usually sit on my bed whenever I'm doing commentary, but like, my charger is over where my PlayStation is, and it's a bit of a ways from my bed. I know the chat matters, but I can't see it if I'm like a little bit further away. So sorry about that. I'll do the best I can, but anyway, Vincius is retired from the session, so he's not going to go further forward into qualifying. Best he can go for is 12. Alright. Alright, Woods heading down the main straightaway. I'm not sure how much time we've got left. I believe we've got, I think it's set at less than 2. Oh, there you go. It's at 2:12 to go in qualifying. What is that emoji supposed to be, Wilson? Alright, as Woods makes his way towards turn 5 as Albo is retired from the session. Best he can hope for is third position. As Origlass is also retired, so he's not going to go further forward into qualifying. Actually, hang on, I think he just crashed it from what it looked like. Did he? Oh yeah, he must have. I didn't quite catch the Mercedes, but I saw on the mini-map that his dog was stationary, so he must have crashed out at turn 8. And I just didn't quite catch that. As Moomin Ninja's up by nearly over 4 tenths of a second. Let's see here, Woods up by just nearly over a tenth and a half. Around the final corner now, up towards the start-finish line. Can he improve? The answer is yes. 111.9. Not a bad lap time, actually, from Woods. That's actually a very good lap indeed. Ashib on an out lap, he'll be getting ready. Cody's getting ready. As I think, ooh, hello. That's a Aston Martin trying to get out of the way, it seems. Oh, hello. That was a Williams going by. That's Ashtube, who's getting ready for a flying lap. As he goes back into pit lane. Death Dragon about to start his flying lap, and same with Crazy Bill. We'll keep our eyes on those two. We'll also keep our eyes on Ashtube as well. See how he can do. Let's see, Detrek up by just a thousandth. Bill's making his way through turn 1. And Ashtube making his way to turn 3. The clock says for Ashtube, he's up by only 35 thousandths of a second. What about Bill? Is he up? No, he isn't. He hasn't found time, actually. He's down by a tenth. Oh, but he spins! Spins at the exit of turn 4. Pretty much like what me and Max did last night. Oh, is he stuck? No, he's good. Keep the car going. There you go. Good job, Bill. Well, that's unfortunate. So he's out of done with qualifying, unfortunately, there. Yeah, me and Max did that exact same thing last night. He pretty much did a little pirouette. I first did it, then he did it. Turn 4. Death Dragon, can he find time in the final sector? The answer is no. Stays on pole position. Doesn't improve on his time. Ashtube? Oh, he's impeded! Oh, no! He was impeded by the AlphaTauri. Who was that? That was Movement Ninja. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, you need an invite. I didn't know you were asking for an invite. It said you were not racing. Wilson, here, I'll do that real quick. I swear it said you weren't racing. Oh, that was invite request. Silly me. There you go. You should get it now. Yeah, I would not doubt that's going to be an instant report on Moomin Ninja. He definitely impeded Ashtube there on the final corner. Definitely caught that on stream for sure, but yeah, that's unfortunate there. There's Wilson, now he's finally joined. Why are there two Crazy Bills? There's Crazy Bill in the Ferrari, and there's Crazy Bill in the... There's a Crazy Bill in the Red Bull. What? Why are there two of them? Okay. That's very interesting. I've honestly never seen that before, where you have the same player, I guess, taking control of two cars? I don't know. No problem. Oh, goodness sake. Give me a second. Well, as soon as I'm done with this. So, Death Dragon on pole, followed by Crazy Bill, then Albo, then Woods, then Ashtube, Moonin, Cody, Gabby, Swanee, Marvsky, Vintage, Reyna, Villain, Orglass. Yeah, no, what I was going on about is that Slayer was asking me why I let Wilson in. It's just that he said in the Twitch stream that he needed an invite, apparently. Everything's all kicking off here in League 2, it seems, and it's not really mostly the driving in some aspects. Oh, great, and my laptop's down. Goodness. Well, anyway, hopefully we'll be all good to go then. Alright, anyway, so we'll just wait for everyone to get their strategies all good. I mean, of course, there's no pit stops in this race. No formation lap, of course, because, I mean, this game can be quite buggy with its formation laps. That depends, Albo. It depends if they... Oh, hello, Movement Ninja. Drive through penalty there for jumping the start, and we're underway for the sprint race here, down towards turn 1. Bill and Death Dragon heading up towards the first corner. Bill will have the... Oh, he locks up the rear there at turn 1. Crazy Bill does. He heads through turn 1 and 2. And then into turn 3. Albo gets in front of him. He's up to second place. Bill's down to third as they now shuffle about, heading up towards turn... Geez whiz, heading up towards turn 4. What on earth there? What was that start there from Moomin Ninja? Unfortunately, he's got a drive-through penalty. Contact! And around, almost around there is Gabby. He got tagged in the back by Wilson there. He was in the Haas, apparently. I don't think he's supposed to be in that car. I think he's supposed to be in the Ferrari. But, I mean, nevertheless... Wait. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, that was Slayer. Goodness me. I am getting so out of shape here in this race, apparently. Oh, my goodness me! What on earth was that? Wilson just literally took out Gabby. Virtual safety car's been deployed. Oh my goodness, that was horrific, what I just saw there. Did he seriously just do that? Well, that's unfortunate for Gabby. He's gonna have to start from the back for the race. And a few drivers in the pits. Cody's retired in the pit lane and has left the session. What on earth was that from Wilson? That is honestly shocking what I just saw there. Meanwhile, though, let's see what everyone's on. Most everyone on the soft tire. That's not a total surprise. I think everyone learned from last night. So yeah, the only two drivers on the mediums, that'd be Wilson and Moomin Ninja. Actually, I'll keep the tire graphic up for now. Yeah, that honestly was shocking to see that. But anyway, Death Dragon leading the way, Albo second, Crazy Bill in third, followed by Ash2 behind him in fourth. Then it's Woods, who's a little bit dropping back from the top 4. Then it's Marsky, then Wilson, who's the leading driver on the mediums. Then it's Mr. Reyna. Right behind as well is Swanee Jr. As DRS will now be enabled. Swanee Jr. sets fast lap 116.9. Of course, that'll be changing as we go along. Ash2 and Crazy Bill side by side, heading through turns 1 and 2. The side by side through 3. The Williams has the inside line, but the Red Bull not giving up here into up towards turn 4. And yeah, keeps the position. Bill stays in third, Ash2 stays in fourth. Yeah, right now the top 2 are starting to pull away here. Death Dragon and Albo. Bill needs to get within that 1 second range, but unfortunately I don't think that will be the case. He's 1.5 seconds behind Albo as we speak. Yellows, that's Woods. He spins at the exit of turn 9. Has put the car towards the barrier, but keeps the car pointing in the right direction. Gets the car pointing in the right direction now. Righto. So it'll be a battle between Death Dragon and Albo. It'll be also a battle for third between Bill and Ashtube as Albo sets fastest up with a 113.4. Well, here comes Ashtube. Jesus Christ, look at the straight line speed compared to the Red Bull. Pretty much emulating what the Williams does in real life, has a great car in a straight line. Well, there you go. Ashtube's now up to third place. Mr. Reyna. Oh, hello. That's a little exchange between him and Wilson. Hey, around turn 3 up towards turn 4. Yeah, a little side note, guys. Please also get your stuff and organized so that I don't have to shuffle about during commentary as well. I'm just going to leave that a little side note. Anyway, though, Wilson has DRS on Mr. Reyes, so does his teammate Swanee Jr., but he's not close enough to attack into turn 10. Meanwhile, top two still in touching distance. 4.5 tenths between. Oh, that's a bit of a moment there from the Aston Martin. There of Death Dragon. DRS and open for the Mercedes-Benz. Heads to the left. And then Death Dragon goes back onto the racing line. Bill, they'll look into the inside of turn one. Cannot find the move there into turn one in turn two. Stays behind. Yeah, exactly what Jonesy says. It's just a sprint. Remember, you got the next race to come. Just do the best you can. But yeah, that's really unfortunate what happened with you, Gabby. As Turbo Man overtakes the Red Bull of English Villain up to 9th place. Meanwhile, though, up towards the front, Albo right now trying to catch up to the Aston Martin of Death Dragon. He's just not close enough. There into turn 10. Bill, though, he's losing a bit of ground here to Ash 2. 7.5 tenths is the or less than 7 tenths is the margin. As Wilson goes down the inside, Turbo Man, but overshoots the turn. There at turn 10, and Turbo Man goes for the switchback. There at turn 10, he gets it from him there at turns 11 and 12. All right, Swanee Jr. He's going to line up a move here on Mr. Reyna. Down the main straightaway. DRS wide open. And I think this should be... Whoa, that is close to the tires. Gee whiz. There you go. One Alpine takes over McLaren. The other Alpine overtakes the Ferrari. Swanee Jr. up to 6th. Wilson up to 8th place. Meanwhile, towards the front, no changes have been made. Now Swanee Jr. will have Marfsky to deal with as his target. As Turbo Man and Wilson still going at it here at turn 4. Wilson will have the inside line lean up to turn 5. He should have the inside line there. Bit of contact. Stays in front. Turbo Man again trying to go for the switchback here into turn 5. He'll run down into turn 6. No, he's not close enough there. And he's also not have a great deal of battery either, because I can see the red lights flashing on the back. Oh, that's a bit slow there, if I'm totally honest. There through turn 9 from Wilson. And up towards turn 10. Not quite close enough. Oh, hello. I think Turbo Man just lost a bit of time there. He just had a bit of a moment there coming out of turn 10. So he's lost a bit of time there as now Bill overtakes Ashu for 3rd to get back into 3rd place. A through turn 2 up towards turn 3. Swanee Jr. leading the way in 6 with this little trio of cars. You got Mr. Reyna, you got Wilson. Yeah, Turbo Man just lost a lot of time there at turn 10. Probably lost the back end or something when I wasn't looking. I mean, yeah, seeing what happened there at the first lap with Wilson and Gabby, yeah, that was quite dirty. Oh, hello, Turbo Man has spun, this time at turn 8. Gets the car go. Oh, ho, ho. Hello there, Woods. Nearly ran into the back of the Ferrari there. Hey, up towards turn 10. Still got 4 more laps to go here in this sprint race. Death Dragon still leading the way, keeping Albo at bay as best he can. Astro now re-overtakes Crazy Bill for 3rd place. Let's see what the battery's life is like out of curiosity. Death Dragon's got 16, Albo's got 51, so he's got a great deal of it. Oh, hello, that's now Wilson overtaking Mr. Reyna there for 7th place. As well, Reyna goes off the road there a little bit too, I just noticed. Yeah, Wilson not a great deal of battery. Bill doesn't have a great deal of battery either. Marsky, though, he's got a great deal of battery, but you could see why the yellow icon is flashing. Or not flashing, but is still. That's because he's dead even on fuel. So, yeah, he's probably going to have to do a bit of fuel saving. Yeah, I mean, fair point there, Jonesy. But yeah, of course, we'll see what the stewards have to say. But yeah, from the angle I saw, it was a bit. It did look like it was quite dirty with what happened between Wilson and Gabby. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on the telemetry. Then we'll keep it up just for a little bit longer. Bill, meanwhile, DRS not close enough though to attack. As yeah, these three, the top three. Third and fourth pretty much are just not really in range to battle the top two, so pretty much it looks like they'll stay where they are respectively and just battle out for third. But this battle for the lead is still brewing. Albo is right now just trying to hang on to Death Dragon. He doesn't really want to fight him. What he's doing is smart, just stay behind, use DRS, and just save up batteries best he can. Up and over the crests, up towards turn 9. Slayer overtakes Moon and Ninja at turn 3. And up towards 10 and 11 and 12 comes the Aston and the Mercedes. Battle for the lead, battle for third, still brewing here. On lap 9. On lap 9 of 11, ironically. Alright, now we begin lap 10. 2 more laps to go here. Bill is on the attack here against the Williams. He's definitely got this straightforward here. Yep, just like that, he's now back into third position ahead of Ashtube. Ashtube, though, wants to keep him in check. Oh, and a bit of a moment there from Bill. Loses the back end there at the exit of turn 2. Keeps the car pointing in the right direction. But here comes the... Oh, I was going to say here comes the Williams of Ashtube, but he doesn't find him there. Ah, he's also got Max Verstappen's onboard helmet, I just noticed. Yeah, so he does have done that time trial thing that they did last week. I wish I did that. I completely forgot about that. I wanted to get that helmet, but hey, it's fine. I'm fine with the Miami helmet. Alright. See what happens here. Albo's got a great deal of battery to play with. Death Dragon has some, but not a great deal compared to Albo. What he needs to do is keep him at bay down the main straight. And Albo's going to try to use a bit of that battery to close up. Alright, well here we go. Final lap of the sprints. 6/10 is the margin. Can Death Dragon hold him off here? Oh, that Mercedes is closing. Oh, he moves late. Here goes Albo to the inside at turn 1. He gets it done. Nicely done there from Albo. Bit of late movement there from Death Dragon there, but just could not hold off the Mercedes-Benz. Meanwhile, Reina overtaking Wilson there for 7th place at turn 1. And it seems like for 2 days in a row, Albo will get another sprint win. He won it last night in League 1. Looks like it'll happen again. Around the turn 9, up towards turn 10. DRS open for Death Dragon. Can he find a way by into 10? The answer is no. He stays behind him. He just needs to stay close. Maybe pray that Albo makes a mistake. I don't think that'll be the case here, as Albo has now 2 more turns to negotiate. 3.5 tenths is the margin. Out of the final corner now, and back onto the main straight. Albo will cross the line first. He'll win the sprint here in Spain. Death Dragon will claim 2nd, and Ashley claims 3rd, followed by Bill in 4th. Barsky will finish in 5th, but oh no, he's out of fuel. It'll be Swanee Jr. instead that'll claim 5th. Barsky will claim 6th, and there goes Wilson into 7th place. Gets ahead of Mr. Reyna at the last lap. Turbo Man in 9th, and English Villain rounds off the 10. And also, just keep a note, the top 8 is who scores points in the sprint races. Slayer 12th, Moomin Ninja 13th, Vintage 14th, and Orglass will finish it all off. Alright, well here we are. Sprint race done and dusted. Driver of the day given to Turbo Man. Oh yeah, there's something I haven't mentioned too. You may have noticed how the suit looks a little different from what he was wearing. That's the suit that, and well, the livery that they used in the Ferrari to celebrate Ferrari's victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the 499P in the hypercar division. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, there are your results from the sprints. Albo finishes with the win. Death Dragon second, Ashu third, Bill fourth, Swanee Jr. fifth, Moxie sixth, Wilson seventh, and Random will finish off the last point scoring finishers. Along with Turbo Man, Villain completes the top 10, then Woods, Slayer, Moon Ninja, Vintage, Origlass, Cody, and Gabby will finish it all off. Alright, now we get into the main race. So this time will be 33 laps. And it's also cloudy conditions I'm noticing too. Kind of like what we saw from last night. Alright, righto. Just had to do a quick text message to my work as well. I have a feeling I'm going to be a little bit late. Anyway, 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and we're underway for the second time here in Barcelona. No one moves off the line. That's Woods that doesn't even move off the grid. As the cars make their way towards turn 1. 3 wide action here towards the midfield. Contact between Ashtube and Albo as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. The Williams side by side with the Merc. Cannot get through there as Woods is disqualified for not even moving off the grid as they make their way up towards turn 4. There's the Alpine there, Swanee Jr. looking inside. 3 wide into turn 4. Bill getting swamped here at turn 4. Can't even seem like he's making sort of ground. Swanee Jr. though has made up some ground thanks to him being on the soft compound tire. There are yellow flags out. That's for, I believe that's for English Villain who spun there at turn 5. As Albo leads, Albo second, or Albo first, Ashtube second. Goodness me, I am getting all over the place today. Oh, that was Wilson up to 4th. I thought that was Swanee Jr. Gee whiz. Well, never mind that. There's Wilson. There's soft tires. Contact between him and the Red Bull Crazy Bill, making the way around turn 12. There's Turbo Man as well. He wants to get involved in this sort of action. Oh, there's contact and a spin. Spinning around goes Wilson at the exit of turn 13. Contact between him and Crazy Bill. Yeah, I know. It's always Woods, it seems, I guess. Heading through turn 3. Ashtube trying to close in on Albo. Death Dragon in the 3rd. Then it's Bill, but he's lost time to the top 3 thanks to his little confrontation with Wilson. See what everyone's on in terms of tires. Majority of them on the mediums, apart from 2 drivers on the hards. That would be Death Dragon actually on the hard tire, and Vintage on the hards as well in 10th place. 3 drivers on the soft stuff being Cody, English Villain, and Wilson. Alright, out of turn 9. Bill is starting to catch up a little bit. He is now within touching distance. Turbo Man isn't too far away either, so we could see him in this battle. Marfsky trying to hold off Swanee Jr. into turn 12. There's also the AlphaTauri there, Moomin Ninja. Gee me, that was very close. As they made their way through turn 13, they're side by side. 4 braking boards getting taken out. That is something common because of how much outside line you have to use around this place. Meanwhile, the Slayer trying to battle against Swanee Jr. Swanee Jr. with some straight line speed into turn 1. Oh, but he brakes way too deep. Way too deep. He has to cut the track. Rejoins, but rejoins safely. He loses a couple of spots, though, after making that mistake. Yeah, that is true. Wilson would need a safety car to get him back into this race. Yeah, he's right now saying down 14.2 seconds behind English Villain. Alright, so DRS enabled. If Death Dragon can stay within the top 2, actually stay where he is, he doesn't really need to do much. He'll be in a very, I think he'll be in a very good position. Yeah, considering out of this whole top 5, he is on the hard compound tire. The rest of them are on the mediums. Albo hasn't even pulled away from Ashtube, and Ashtube is right on the back of him as they make their way around turn 13, up towards 14. And he's got the barrier deployed. We saw how the straight line speed was compared to him and Bill in the sprint. And he's already gained by a rapid rate of knots here into turn 1. Just like that, he's up into the lead. There at turn 1, Albo trying to fight back. There's also a battle behind with Moomin Ninja and Marsky, you saw in the background. As they make their way through turn 3. Albo will have the inside line through turn 4. Parks the bus, but doesn't really have the position hold just yet. Ashton still fighting here to turn 5, but now he has to give in. Albo stays in front. And I think what I saw there too, Turbo Man just got past Moomin Ninja there at turn 1, where we saw them in the background. Yeah, that was some serious overspeed indeed from Ashtube. He's got some straight line speed in that Williams. Definitely more than what I had last night. Yeah, last night I was kind of struggling down the excuse me. I was struggling down the straights. I was struggling to keep up a little bit in some cases with some of the top runners. You know, because of my straight line speed was just not that good. I just only could get up to the corners. Alright, well, I think this time Ashtube should be able to get by. He's going to have DRS. He pulls to the left. There he goes. Death Dragon will try to follow. Doesn't follow his fellow countryman. But Ashtube does take back the race lead into turn 3. Ashtube leading the way. Death Dragon now gets ahead of Albo into turn 3. I think that's what I was trying to say initially. Contact there between the two. Between Albo and Death Dragon into turn 4. I think I used like 44.40. It was really good for qualifying, but yeah, I think for race pace it wasn't really that great. I remember like TT setups were like 44.37, but I just wasn't happy with the way the car felt to the rear, so that's why I adjusted more rear downforce. Yeah, I kind of like to have a car that's more planted. Yeah, not a car that's all loose, even though that's kind of how you gain time. Meanwhile, the Smart Engineer overtakes Vintage there for 9th place. Although in fairness though, I did have less swings than Max, so I was able to overtake it without DRS. Speaking of overtaking, Albo overtakes Death Dragon for 2nd place. Slayer tries to follow suit for an overtake. Marsky tries to follow suit there into turn 2. Can't find a way through there into turn 2. Has to stay behind him there into turn 3. Alright, well. Seems like Ashtube is starting to pull a bit of a distance between himself and Albo. He's got a 1.1 second lead. And Albo, I don't think he'll get DRS on this occasion. No, not quite. Supposedly. Well, I mean, like I said, I was able to overtake Max easily down the main straight on the last couple laps or something. I mean, I did have overtake on and granted, but I mean, still, I didn't have to use DRS to overtake him. I think Albo's now back within touching distance of DRS. And Ashtube's out of battery as well, I'm just noticing. Yeah, no, like my plan was gonna be like, well, not all that thought as Moving Ninja overtakes Slayer. I think Slayer will also be overtaken by Marsky as well into turn 1. Oh no, he doesn't. He actually stays in front of him. No, from the position I was in, I was thinking like, okay, I'll try to stick with the lead as best I can and then go for like an undercut. Of course, that didn't happen thanks to safety cars. Oh, dearie me. Here we go. Swanee Jr. Outside move here to turn 5. Not close enough. There. Try to get back up to the lead. Alba now has caught up to Ash 2. He doesn't have much battery either compared to Ash 2. Let me see what the battery situation is for everybody. Death Dragon sitting at 35. He's not doing too bad. Turbo Man 27. Bill has got 54%. He's got the best out of anybody, but right now he's not in DRS touching distance. He needs to get within that if he wants to get within, at least in the fight for the lead. Or at least be in this sort of train, I guess I was trying to add on. Albo to the inside, into turn 1, he gets past Ash 2. There at the first corner, he now retakes the lead. Slayer also following suit, overtaking Moomin Ninja. That's a bit of a mouthful if I'm totally honest there, saying Moomin Ninja. But I like the name, that's cool. Alright, a little bit of a 5-car train pretty much there. Bit of a quartet towards the front. I mean, kind of minus Bill, who's, I would have said top 5, but yeah, Bill's not really within DRS touching distance. But Turbo Man's doing a pretty good, decent job, considering where he's been from the start of the session. He's actually doing quite well, keeping up with the top 4 or top 3. A little bit deep there from Death Dragon, hanging around turn 12, up towards turn 13. Still got a bit of ways to go here in this race. I just realized we're now at the lap 9 of 33. Yeah, still a bit of ways to go. Albo, line up a move. No, I'm sorry, that was Ash to line up a move. I forgot he had DRS. He now re-overtakes Albo for the lead. Hanging up towards turn 3. Moomin Ninja overtaking Slayer again. These two have really been scrapping. And this time Slayer has to give in 2 positions. Because now Marsky goes in front of him now. Into turn 4. There is Swanee Jr. as well. He's not far away from this battle. In fact, he's right near the gearbox of the Haas. Now Bill's back within DRS touching distance. He's now right on the back of Death Dragon, who actually lost the position to Turbo Man when I wasn't looking. Up and over the turn 12 to 13. But Death Dragon still has DRS, so that's the crucial thing. He'll still be within touching distance as Gabby overtakes Swanee Jr. for 10th place. Top 10 do score points, mind you, in this series. Pretty much like in the real life F1. Albo to the inside of turn 1. Gets past Ashtube once again into turn 1. Turbo Man right behind. Trying to pull away as well from Death Dragon. Remember, he's on the hard compound tire to start this race. Just need to pull a bit of a distance as best they can. They don't want to keep fighting, really. Because otherwise it brings him back in. Oh, daddy duties. Okay. Yeah, righto. Fair enough. I actually didn't know he was that old, in fairness. But fair enough. Yeah, you always gotta take care of your kid. Family comes first more than anything. Alright, well, meanwhile, top 5 still close to one another. Now up towards turn 13. Up towards turn 14. Yeah, it kind of feels like a typical Spanish Grand Prix, with just little things happening here and there. not too much in some aspects, except for some overtaking, which we see right now as Aship now takes the lead again for what I think is like the 5th or 6th time. Vintage overtaking Gabby for 9th. But yeah, Death Dragon though in a very good spot with those hard tires. And I think those tires... Oh. Why did it say that? Oh, that's just a little glitch. That is a little bug I have noticed in the past where apparently there's some occasions where if a driver leaves the session, the card will... The game, or not the car, but the game will retire you for whatever reason. Yeah, I remember seeing that happen a couple weeks ago in another league that I'm in. Yeah, where I think it was 1 or 2 drivers that had that problem, and the cars immediately retired as soon as it left the session. Yeah, that's something that Codemasters has got to fix too. Like all the other things they've got to fix in this broken game. Yeah, I know, it's pretty much what it is. That's Spain for you. The typical DRS trains, the typical group battles, etc. Oh, hello, here comes Turbo Man to the inside. Into turn 1. He can't make the move there. Oh, Ashton fighting very hard. They're all fighting hard there. Oh, gee whiz. Turbo Man tried to get the move done. He couldn't. Stays at 3rd. Death Dragon goes up to 2nd. And Bill moves up to 4th. Who's also fighting against Turbo Man into turn 4. He'll have the outside line for 5. Contact. A little bit of contact between the two. And a virtual safety car has been deployed. Now, what is this for? That looks like to be the Aston Martin. Yep, it is, of Gabby, who has completely destroyed his front wing. Yep, it's brought out the virtual safety car, so the field will get neutralized. Of course, you don't want to get a drive-through penalty for speeding. That's honestly the last thing you want to do. Yeah, so he'll have to go in the pits, get his front wing changed, of course. Into the pits goes Albo. He's taking advantage of the VSC. Ashchief, though, stays out. Same with Crazy Bill, and Turbo Man also comes in. Slayer also comes in. Why didn't they pit under the VSC? I get why Death Dragon can't, because, yeah, he's on the hard side. It's too early. But, yeah, why didn't Bill or Ashchip take advantage? Speaking of Bill, there he goes down the inside. Not quite close enough. There into turn 4. Now into turn 5. Oh, the outside line here into turn 5. Does he have the move done? He's got the traction down. Making the way to turn 6 and 7. Oh, that's close. I did say that, yes. I did say that, Jonesy. I mean, I don't know anyone's age, in fairness. I think Bill and I know, like, Bill is, like, the same age as me, I think. Oh, hello, Ashtube. There was a bit of a moment there also from Bill I saw there at turn 10. Ah, righto. He's 40, okay. No, I thought he was like, I don't know, in his 20s or something. That was like my rough guess. Well, anyway, Death Dragon's been swapped. Ashtube has gone past. Hello! These two, of course, have been really scrapping it out. It seems Bill and Ashtube making their way through turn 3. Oh, hello! I think Bill's got... Oh, dear, he wasn't given any room. Bill is spun at turn 3. Yeah, he definitely was not given any sort of room, it seemed, from Ashtube as they were battling through turn 3. Unfortunately, they didn't quite catch all that angle. Yeah, we all wish we would be young. But yeah, I probably would imagine that's going to be an instant report. Wilson spins. Oh, hello, him and Gabby as well. They both spin. That was at turn 12 that happened. Yeah, righto. Well, there's Albo, and he's one of the drivers that did pit for the new hard tires, and there you go. Bill just lets him through, doesn't bother fighting him. He doesn't have the tires to really hold him off or anything. Yeah, very unfortunate there for Bill. He'll have to go in. Yep, there he goes. Into the pit lane he goes. Turbo Man, fastest lap, 1:14.2. Albo trying to close in. Someone comes into the pit lane. That must have been Gabby coming out of the pits. Side-by-side action between Movement Ninja and Marsky. Here comes Albo on fresher tires. He'll get by the Ferrari. Can he get by the AlphaTauri into turn 4? The answer is no. He stays behind into turn 4. Then you have to turn 5. Brakes deep. Brakes really deep there into turn 5. Gets it around the outside up towards 3rd position. I know I had to pause there for a bit just to think what I was about to say. Bit of a moment there from Ashtube. There at turn 10. And through goes the Ferrari. Turbo. Oh, goodness. Contact and a spin from Movement Ninja. Half spins. A little bit of incidents I've been seeing here in this race. Turbo Man gained Movement Ninja at turn 10, but just clipping him there. Didn't really leave him in the room. As Death Dragon now gets out of Ashtube there for first. Oh, why is the chat in slow mode? That's interesting. Okay. Huh, I just noticed that. Vintage overtakes Swanee Jr. for 7th place. Yeah, why is it in slow mode? Oh, 3 seconds. Righto. Oh, that's a spin from somebody here. That's Wilson. Spinning at turn 8. Gets the car pointed in the right direction. There goes Gabby there. Gets back ahead of him. And through goes the Ferrari there, Turbo Man, I believe. Completely destroyed car there. These two staying out for another lap. Really? I wonder why they're doing that. They're going to lose so much time to Albo, because right now that gap is 7.5 seconds. Yellows again, that's Wilson that spins. And Ashtube overtakes the Aston Martin there for the lead. Yet again. And also after that pit stop from Bill, he's down to 12th. I didn't mention that, but yeah. He was in the midst of that battle for the lead, but yeah, unfortunately that incident between him and Ashtube at turn 3 is what really has cost him. Oh, righto. Okay. Fair enough, Jonesy. Not the worst thing in the world, just test whatever you need to test. As Crazy Bill overtakes Mr. Ram for 10th. That must have happened at turn 1. Ashtube holds on the lead for now into turn 10. Yeah, I think these two are going to have to pit very quickly because, yeah, look at the time now. The gap is 6.8 seconds between Albo and Death Dragon. Nearly 7 seconds exactly, if you want to count Ashtube. Death Dragon now pits. So he's going to bolt onto a set of medium compound tires to the end of the race. Actually, I'll put the tire graphic up for everybody just if they want to see. Yep, there you go. Medium tires, and is he not moving? Oh, lag. Okay. No, that was just lag. But I don't think this will be over yet, so keep your eyes out for the Aston Martin there. He definitely will look very quick, I feel, towards the end of this race. Yellows, that's going to be Gabby, I believe. The other Aston Martin that spins out at turn 4. Through goes the AlphaTauri, through goes the McLaren Alpine and other Aston Martin. I'm probably gonna guess what Ashtoop's game plan is. Well, if this is what he's trying to do. Maybe go for a medium soft strategy. But really, I don't think that's the most ideal thing to do. Because, like, look at the time he's losing, and speaking of time, Swanee Jr. looking for a move here on Vintage into turn 10, in through turns 11 and 12 now. Can't find a way by there. Yeah, amazingly, we haven't had a single safety car in this race. Last night we had 2 safety cars, if I remember correctly. Swanee Jr. will now overtake Vintage. He should be able to. Death Dragon will try to follow. Actually, he'll go 3 wide into turn 1. Goodness me, I can't get a proper angle for this. Through 3. There you go. Death Dragon now overtakes the pair of them into the first couple of corners. 5-second penalty for speeding for Gabby, down at 15th place. Up to turn 5. He's now on the back of Moomin Ninja, who also has yet to make a pit stop. The gap right now between Death Dragon and Turbo Man is going to be just about over 14 seconds. Oh, hello, and there you go. Moomin Ninja overtaken by Death Dragon there at turn 9. Doesn't really bother fighting him, it seems. Alright, up towards turn 12. Moomin Ninja, Swanee Jr., who have yet to make stops in this race. As Albo now gets overtaken by Turbo Man, he's up to 2nd place. Ashtoop still leads the way, but he has yet to make a pit stop. Meanwhile, though, here comes the Alpine there of Swanee Jr. overtaking it as Gabby has crashed out, and that's a safety car. Full course safety car has been deployed. With 14 laps to go, he's crashed out right about there at turn 8. A back marker causing the safety car. Well, this will bring Death Dragon back in this. And he doesn't need to pit either. He can stay out, too. Well, that ship now has the opportunity to go in. I think, though, he's going to be in a great position, in fairness. He'll definitely be on fresher rubber, but what tires is he going to go on? There you go. Into the pits he goes. Does the leaders follow? Turbo Man and Albo do. They do come in. Death Dragon, he's way too far away. I don't think he's going to be in range to try and overtake him if he stays out. Let's see here. Soft tires for Turbo Man and soft tires for Ashtoop. Soft tires for the top 3. Of course, Albo does have a fresh set of softs. I don't know about the top 2, though. Death Dragon actually did manage to overtake Turbo Man and Albo. So he's up to P2, but Ashtube is on fresh set of softs. Soft tires at the ready for Swanee Jr. and for Moomin Ninja. Vince is on a new set of mediums. Bill onto a set of softs. And same with Mr. Reyna. He's in the pit lane to get onto a set of softs. And there's English fill-in overtaking Mr. Reyna for 11th. Right, so now we've got a pretty big mix here with the top 5 pretty much. Ashtube, I was on the soft tire. He's definitely going to be in a really good position, I'd say. Death Dragon's on the mediums, 3 lap old mediums. He's definitely not going to have the grip compared to that to Ashtube. Turbo Man's on the soft, same with Albo. They're going to have to make moves against Death Dragon very quickly if they want any chance of winning. Slayer is on the hard, same with Marsky. Swanee Jr. Moomin Ninja on the soft tire. Vince is on the mediums. Bill is on the softs. And then, yeah, English filling on the mediums. Mr. Reyes, soft tires. Origlass, Cody, and Wilson. Orglass on the hard, same with Cody. Wilson on the mediums. That's Turbo Man. Goes back in. Oh, I don't know if this is... Hopefully the... Okay. I was worried that maybe that he overtook the safety car would disqualify, but why did he go back in? Oh, he's got a front wing damage. No way. He got front wing damage under the safety car conditions. Wow, I cannot believe that. He was fighting for the race lead. And like that, it's now officially gone. Just like that. Oh, hello. Who's that? That's Wilson, isn't it? What's he doing? Is he trying to he's gonna get, yeah. Drive-through penalty for ignoring yellow flags. He's just gonna disqualify himself. Oh, it takes way too many cars, and plus he... Oh, it took the safety car. Well, he has not disqualified him yet. That's interesting. It should have been a disqualification. The dude literally passed the safety car. He's gonna drive through anyway. His race is over. I don't know what he's doing exactly. No, that shouldn't be allowed. What he just did there. W from Cody's. Because in previous games, anytime I've seen that happen, you get disqualified for passing the safety car. Well, Wilson's gonna get his lap back apparently, but like I mentioned, he's gonna have to serve a drive-through penalty. Alright, well... yeah, I've honestly have never seen that. But, I mean... the safety car should come in anyway, even if Wilson is way too far away. Alright, so he's making his way down the main straight, as you can see on the mini-map. Okay. Why do I get a feeling something's not right? I don't know, but anyway, we'll just wait and see what happens, I guess. Yeah, safety car should be coming in this lap very shortly. There you go. Safety car is back in this lap. So, Ashtube will now dictate the pace of the field. And we'll get back under green flag conditions very shortly. Actually, Wilson has caught up. Believe it or not. He's near this whole queue of cars. Alright, well, here we go. After all that, going off track, passing the safety car, and, well, he's got a drive-through penalty anyway, so he's going to be towards the back no matter what. We'll wait for Ashtube's go, see what he does, and we'll get back under green. And here we go. We're back under green flag conditions here at Spain. I don't think that's the cleanest, if I'm totally honest. Kind of bunched the field really back up. Ashtube leads the way. Death Dragon in second. Bill now overtakes Vintage into turn one. Wilson and Turbo Man also fighting out into the back of the pack. Cannot find a way through there, I guess. There. Bill now overtakes Swanee Jr. Down the inside, contact I think between Moving Ninja and Marski. There to turn 4. Bill's 3 wide, almost in a sandwich. Contact again between him and the Ferrari as he heads around the outside of turn 5. He should have the traction there. He gets in front. He's up to 6th place. Albo now overtakes the Aston Martin there of Death Dragon up to 2nd place. Next target for him will be the Williams of Ashtube. They have been scrapping throughout this entire race. Speaking of scrapping, here comes Swanee Jr. down the inside of Marski into turn 10. He gets in front there. Oh, bit of a moment there as well for Mr. Reyna in the McLaren as they now shuffle their way through turn 12. Now they make their way through 13, 14. Still got a bit of ways to go here in this race. Alright, back onto the main straightaway. Turbo Man looking for a move here on Mr. Reyna. He needs to get going quickly. Whatever damage happened, I don't know exactly from what. He definitely got that during the stage car. The McLarens have made contact there into turn 1 between Mr. Reyna and Vintage. That was close. Oh, there's a bit of contact between Bill and Swanee Jr. into turn 4. Little bit. And Swanee Jr. gets the best of it. Alright. Now they got Slayer to deal with, who's on the hard compound tire. Bill and Turbo Man are side by side. Heading through turn. Contact! A little bit of contact. There into turn 7. Up towards turn 9. Bill on the outside. Gee whiz, that's tight. He cannot get through. Oh, contact! Outbraking themselves is Mr. Reyna. There at turn 10. He goes off into the gravel. Rejoins in 13th, make that 14th actually now. Oh, geez, bumping, banging here at turn 14 between Swanee Jr., Slayer, and Turbo Man. Here comes Swanee Jr., he should be able to overtake him easily. But Turbo Man's coming back at him with a bit of overtake to the outside. Swanee Jr. tries to defend as hard as he can. I don't think, though, he can for much longer. Contact, now he gets through. Gee whiz. Really, everybody's getting their elbows out. As DRS is now should be enabled, I believe. Can Bill find a way by against Marski? Against Slayer here. He definitely needs to find a way by. He doesn't want to lose out to Swanee and Turbo Man, since they're also on the soft tire and trying to pull away as best they can. Oh, Bill runs really wide. Must have got caught in the dirty air from the car in front. Yeah, that was quite close. Yeah, Bill's lucky he did not put that car into the barrier or anything. Meanwhile, though, top 3 battles still brewing here. Actually, could be 4 now. With Moomin Ninja. And here comes Albo to take the race lead. Common thing I've seen in this race so far. Turbo Man in 5th place. He's about 4.3 seconds down the road. Swanee Jr. in 6th place. Can Bill find a way by against Slayer? As Mr. Ray has retired from the session, he's had enough. He becomes a 3rd retirement of the race here. Marski. Hello. Does not get close enough to attack the Red Bull. Up and over the crest towards turn 9. Bill trying to find a way by. Oh, again, another bit of understeer and gets beat on the curb. I wonder if he has damage. That car looked really understeery from what it looked like to me. Yeah, because you don't get that understeer through that corner unless you have a really low setup. Alright, well here comes Ashtip to go for any sort of move here on Albo. Demonstrating the raw power of the Williams. Jeez, breezes past the Mercedes there. He's now back into the race lead. Now Bill finally gets past Slayer there. He's up to 7th position. I have a feeling Bill might have damage. That car looks really, really understeery. Yeah, you don't go that understeery there into turn 3 when you're in clean air. Probably. There, Jonesy. Yeah, now that the safety cars brought this whole race back up a little bit in sort of a bit of a bunch, I guess. Got a bit of battles brewing now. It was gonna look like a two-car fight for the win. Now it's looking like a 4-car fight for the win. And Moving Ninja coming out of nowhere is now in this whole fight. Alright, well here comes Swine Jr. and Turbo Man. Not quite close enough. He actually doesn't use the DRS. Interesting. Marsky overtakes Crazy Bill for 7th position. Yeah, I have a feeling Bill has damage. And speaking of that, Crazy Bill's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That probably happened at turn 3. So, yeah. He probably understeered out of turn 3. Now Turbo Man's got himself a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Death Dragon to the outside, into turn 10. Oh, there's Ashtube on the inside as well, into turn 10. But he cannot find the way by. Death Dragon, though, going to the inside into turn 12. Oh, a little bit of contact, but he gets... I hate this freaking controller sometimes. I'm sorry for all that. But anyway. Ashtube with DRS, same with Death Dragon. Albo is going to be a sitting duck here. Gets passed by one Mercedes-powered car, but doesn't get overtaken by the other. As Turbo Man is now left the session. Yeah, right. And Orglass now overtakes Bill. Same with... Yeah, Bill does have damage, I think. Yeah, he's pitted onto a new set of tires. Actually, I'll look just to clarify. Just real quick. Yep, he did. As Wilson's retired. Safety car's been deployed again! You're kidding, at turn 8 he's crashed. With 4 laps to go. Four laps to go in this race, and we've got now what's going to be a 2-lap shootout for the race win. I mean, in fairness though to Bill's situation, Jonesy, he was kind of screwed either way. Like I said, he did have front wing damage. Oh my goodness. Alright, so there will be no TRS in play then. And into the pits goes Turbo Man and Slayer. Turbo Man's... I think is he back into the session? Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, his car is not ghosted. Or Glass into the pits. I mean, why not? Just go for soft tires, see what you can come up with. That's a fair thing to do. Nope, never mind. Turbo Man is not back into the session because he's back on his old mediums. Whoops. English Phil in a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. He's pretty much all the way in 8th place. I almost said 18th. And off the road goes Slayer. Okay, I wonder why he did that. I don't know why. Yeah, he didn't really necessarily need to do that. But, okay. He's down between 2 AI cars. And the safety car is in this lap. Well, what do you know? The safety car is in this lap. With 2 laps to go. Alright, we'll bring the chaos then, I suppose. Let the chaos ensue. Turboman's back in, thank goodness, but good news is you're back in the session. Bad news is you're on 12-lap old mediums. Have fun. Right. Ashtube will now lead the field once again. No DRS to be used. You gotta overtake the old-fashioned way if you want to try to overtake the cars. Wait, hang on a minute. Safety car wait, what? Hang on. Oh, and now we're back. I was so confused. It said the safety car was still out. We're back under green now. Gee whiz. I was really confused. Alright, English villain overtaking Vintage into turn 1. Turboman overtaking Vintage into turn 1. Death Dragon, 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Oh dear. That must have been from, I guess, overtaking some? I don't know. Codemasters being Codemasters, I suppose. Albo right behind Ashtube. Turboman dropping a couple spots, builds up to 9th place, but he's got that 3-second time penalty they had back in lap 20 or 27, I believe it was. Oh, dearie me! Bill also gets a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellows. Well, that one will get removed. I know the 3 seconds won't get removed. Alright. It's pretty much looking like a battle between these two, Ashtube and Albo, for the race win. Alright, we're on to the final lap. He's going to have his battery deployed. Can he close up, though, on the Williams? Oh, I don't think he's got enough straight line speed. He's not close enough to overtake the Williams there to turn 1. Villain and Bill side by side apparently there to turn 1. Villain gets the best of him there. Actually, Bill went down to 12th, it seems. Into turn 5. Albo looking for a move around the outside. Into turn 5. He sends it in into turn 5. He can't make the move there into turn 5. He stays behind. Right on board with the Mercedes there. Can he try to find a good run out of turn 9? Swanee Jr. 3-second time penalty. He's going to have at least another shot. He needs a good run. I don't think he got the best of it. Will he go for a send here? He goes for it. He goes for it into turn 10. Tries to get down the inside. He's got it done. Albo now takes the lead. But the battle's not over yet. 2 more corners to go. Ashton right behind. And Albo, I think he might have just sealed it there. With a critical move there at turn 10. There's the checker flag. He wins the race here at Spain. Wow. Last lap gasp there into turn 10. He gets it done. Ashton finishes 2nd. And Moving Ninja in 3rd. But I think that podium might belong to Death Dragon, considering he got an unfair penalty. Albo claims the win. Well, there you go. On the last lap, sends it in down the inside. He did it right there and then. Well, there was a bit of contact. I did see that a bit, Jonesy. And if Aship does, he might report that. We'll see. But Albo claims the victory. He's won the entire weekend. Alright. Well, there are your unofficial results here of this Spanish Grand Prix then. Albo wins. Ashton 2nd, Moving Engine in 3rd. Like I said though, I think Death Dragon might get that podium back for whatever that 5 seconds was. That was quite unfair, if I'm totally honest. Bitches at 6, followed by Origlass, Death Dragon, Swanee, Turboman, English Villain, Crazy Bill, Cody, Wilson, Mr. Reyna, Gabby, and Woods. Yeah, this has honestly been one of the longest sessions I've actually done so far. Not just from this, but mainly from what happened beforehand. I won't go into more details about that, but I think Jonesy will know what I'm gonna go on about if I do mention it. Alright, well, I guess I can see if they want to join the chat. I'll try to get this done as quickly as I can because, yeah, I kind of do need to get going as well to work because, yeah. Give me a second. I'll invite the top 3, and we can have a bit of a chat if they want. Da, 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 da. Let's see here. Albo. Moment Ninja. And Ashtobe. Oh, that was Wilson's I didn't get the notification. Wonder why. Maybe it doesn't do that when I'm streaming. I don't know. Nevertheless, I guess. That's fine, Jonesy. I've got a couple minutes. Alright, well, hello you two. Moving Ninja and Albo. If you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yo.
Oh, you're quite low there, Moving Ninja, if I'm totally honest. Oh, no, it's fine. No, you're fine, you're fine. I can hear you, it's just, I had to turn off my headset. Well, anyways, I guess we'll start off with you then. Well, P3 for you. I'm probably gonna guess you didn't entirely expect that, but you kept it clean for the most part, finishing 3rd overall in the race. How was it for you at Catalonia? Oh, actually, wait. Before you answer that question, you might have to have your voice shared because apparently Jonesy can't hear you. Moving Ninja. You need to have your voice shared aloud. Well, you're on PS4 or 5? Oh, you're on 4. Go to your party settings and go to voice shared, and it should be like voice shared aloud or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Let me make sure.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is, yeah?
You are?
Cool.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Sorry.
No stress.
Alright, well, yeah, pretty much, I'll just repeat my question. So yeah, P3, had a good race overall from you. I actually wasn't totally expecting that, I guess, but, I bet you're pretty much happy with that.
Yeah. I'm actually over the moon. I'm not too sure how Chingy got the 5-second penalty. Apparently I overtook him on the safety car restart, but who was P1 just ahead of Ilvian?
Ashtube.
Ashtube?
That's the one. He was gonna go, didn't, and then did. So then, like, I sort of went when he was about to go the first time, and sort of went past Dragon, but allowed him to go back through. So I don't know how he got I don't know what happened. I have not a clue. But to be starting from P13, I think it was, to fly through like I did, it was amazing. I was praying for a safety car before my pit stop. I was praying for a safety car god to come out, and it did. And that put me P6, and the pace from there on was absolutely unbelievable. The sprint didn't go to plan. I thought the lights were going to go out, and then they didn't. And I jump started.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, it caught me off guard as well, because like I saw the lights go very quickly. Then I saw you just like jump the start. I'm like, what was that all about? And then next thing you know, I saw the prompt come up saying you got to drive through penalty for it.
I let everyone go through on the straight, so I didn't block anyone. And then Turbo Man sort of ended up spinning on one and ended up blocking me. So it looked like I've ended up then just carried on pushing him off the track. I never would do that. I just tried to move and I couldn't, and his car was in the way. I didn't know what to do. And it looked like I took him out, but I never touched him. And then took the drive through, and then I was fighting with Jake the Slayer, and finished P13. But to finish P3 in the actual race is on P13. I'm just gobsmacked. I really am gobsmacked. And yeah, I just hope I can continue it and carry it on.
Yeah.
I know Turbo Man from my Saturday league I was in, and they kicked me out for bullying. So they were bullying me, and I'm the one that got kicked out. So yeah, I'm happy I'm in this league, and thank you for accepting me. And,
yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, I guess one more question to you. I mean, kind of point out more as you went along, but next week we move to Canada. How do you think you'll fare around there next week?
Probably not so well. I didn't think I'd do Spain so well, because I've done it 3 times before. I had a lot of experience with it, so Canada track limits is my problem.
Yeah, understandable.
When I got a 12-second track limit penalties at the end, yeah, if I can cut that out, I should be okay. I didn't get any track limits in the race today, so any penalties for it, and didn't get any penalties at all. So I'm actually quite gobsmacked from that. So if I can do that in Canada, then fingers crossed, a lot of people get penalties. Yeah, I can pick up a few at the end perhaps, but we'll see. Canada's a tough one.
Yeah, no, it'll be a tough one for all of us. I mean, yeah, the track limits obviously is the worst thing to deal with in Canada. I truly despise it as a track myself.
Yeah, Monaco was the worst, because I was going for a podium there and then lost me front wheels.
Alright, well, I'm probably got to move you on because yeah, Jonesy's like getting a little impatient, I guess, in the chat. But congratulations on your P3, Moomin Ninja. And yeah, good luck to you next week.
And GG's to the Lyrian, is it?
You just call me Alba, but thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate. Well done.
You too as well.
Alright, well, I guess we'll move on to you then, Albo. I guess a little redemption from yesterday. Won both sprints, actually, from yesterday and today, and you also won the race today as well. Had a good fight with Ash2 for quite some time, especially on the last lap where you went for the mighty send there at turn 10. Why don't you talk me through exactly your race? How was it for you there overall?
I mean, just before that last safety car came out, I think personally I was going to have Ash 2, because I was obviously watching the race while I was racing, and I saw he had like what 30-40% on ERS with like 3-4 laps to go. So I really knew I was gonna win it. But yeah, that safety car came out and it changed quite a few things for us. And for me, Ash Tube had a faster car down the straight, so I knew I had to get him through one of the corners. And the corner that I did it on, I knew I was gonna go for that move regardless. Like it was my only option. And through what people are telling me, some people think it was a bit of a questionable move. But on my POV, when you rewatch it, it was a very clean move. I don't know obviously what happened in the aftermath, but it was clean on my side. I didn't touch, I didn't make no contact with him. So
yeah, fair enough.
So we'll see obviously if I get reported or not. Either way, I'm gonna send it to DJ just to show him. But yeah, man, it was a really good race. Like I enjoyed my battle with Ash 2, Crazy Bill, DJ, and then Turbo at the end. Like, that was really good. Obviously, unfortunate for Crazy Bill and Turbo to get crushed out at the end, especially even DJ with that 5 seconds. But I think he's gonna get that removed, from my understanding. But overall, I'm happy, man. Like, I don't know. I'm quite a bit lost for words. Usually, I struggle a lot at the start. Yeah, no, today I did a good job. Really happy.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna judge, like, of course, like whether it's your fault or what happened at turn 10. I mean, of course, that's up to the stewards. But yeah, no, I mean, your battle between yourself and Ashtube, like, you guys were just constantly exchanging places, like, nonstop throughout that entire stint. It was quite a good thing to see, indeed. One more question. I mean, I have to, like, personally get going, but I'll ask you one more question. How do you feel about Canada next week?
Canada, if I don't get no track limits and that, I'll be up there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna win next week, but as long as I get a top 3 podium, I'll be happy. That's the least I could ask.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on your win, and, well, I'll see you next week for Canada.
Yeah, just wanted to say, if this is Jonesy's last day for PowerTrain, I would say I'll dedicate this victory to him.
Yeah, righto. I'm sure he'll see that.
To him as well, but he needs to change football too. I need to add that.
Right.
AD, thank you so much. Have a good day at work. Use lot. I'm gonna head off. Enjoy yourselves.
Alright.
Take care, KD.
Take care, you too. Alright. Well, I think that will wrap it all up then. Been probably one of the longest 2 hours I've felt so far. But anyway, we got through it. That's all that matters. We'll see you next week for League 1 and 2 for PowerTrain Esports at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully it will be a lot more smoother this time about. But till everyone, it's goodbye.